Okay.
You have to know what you're putting in your body, and what you put in your body, what it's doing to your body.
Correct.
So that's the classes with Jackie and Gideon. They teach you so much.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Okay, and so we have like, we can get like 8 sections, 10 sections. And when the person does this, Melissa, then after they do this, what happens next? Do they come every month? Did you suggest that they come and do maintenance on their colon?
Well, let me give you an example. People who are really raw foodists, they come and get colonics 2 to 3 times every time the seasons change.
Okay.
Just to clear them out. Because you're not only intaking toxins from what you're eating,
Correct.
the environmental toxins.
Correct.
And Atlanta is the worst city
Correct.
for pollution.
Okay.
So depending on your lifestyle and what you're doing with your lifestyle depends on how much you need to cleanse.
Okay. So basically what we're saying is...
I put people on a maintenance plan that are doing really well. Come in, get your good series of colonics, go to the classes, start eating well, and then come in maybe once or twice a month, or even once a month, depending on how well they're doing.
To do like maintenance on their body once, you know, they start improving their health habits, correct? And they start cleaning their body simultaneously.
90% of the population thinks that they're not constipated because they're going to the bathroom 2 or 3 times a day. But I tell you, my father is a small man. He's tall, but he's small. But his gut looks like this. That's colon problems.
Correct. I call it the...
He's small here, here. He's got colon problems.
Correct.
But he goes to the bathroom every 2 or 3 days. I mean, excuse me, 2 or 3 times a day.
Okay.
And he thinks he's fine, but he's not.
He's not. We call it like the curve of happiness.
Yeah, the tool shed.
Yeah, but basically when we have our colon and our stomach is beyond, like a little bit, like you can see a little curve here. I guess that's telling us that, hey, something is wrong.
Something's going on. You're not digesting your food. You're not eating the right foods.
Okay. And then if we have overweight or we have energy loss, we are craving sweets.
Sweets.
Lots of sweets.
Sweets are usually, if you're craving a lot of sweets, you've got worms.
Okay.
And an overgrowth of candida.
Correct. Melissa, I've talked to different colonic therapists, and they have shared with me the experiences about having to see worms come out, you know, like really alive. And that is so amazing, because I'm not thinking, does that really happen?
80% of our population, I would say even more, have parasites because of what we eat.
Okay.
We're not washing our vegetables properly. We're eating raw meat. Sushi, people think a lot of sushi is good for them. It's really not. Depending on where you're eating your sushi. What happens with sushi is when they kill the fish, they don't gut them right away. The parasites that are in the fish go out into the meat of the fish because they're looking for survival.
Correct.
When you eat that raw fish, you're going to grow worms. They're going to go straight into your body, and they grow. I've absolutely seen clusters of worms come out of people. And a story I was telling some of my clients, I had a lady that craved sweets, craved them. And she was doing about 3 sessions a week. On her 7th session, she had a tapeworm. She started screaming. I ran back there to see what was going on. This tapeworm was at least 24 inches long coming out of her body. After that tapeworm came out, she didn't crave sweets anymore. And she was amazed.
Sometimes I think...
And I was clapping. I was like, yeah, you're getting it out. And she was pretty upset about it, but she was happy once it was out.
I think sometimes parasites are eating the best of what we consume, the best food that we put in our bodies. They're getting nutrition from that, and they're getting bigger and stronger, and they're multiplying.
And they don't want to come out. And I have nurse practitioners and doctors that have come in to see me, and they've opened people up and actually seen nests of worms throughout the entire colon. And worms are really bad because they die off and they poison your body.
Correct. Correct. And it's sometimes so simple, at least to go ahead and take control of your health, get educated in knowing how does your body work, and doing simple things like a colonic. Something so simple. It's really actually inexpensive. The price, I understand, varies from $65 to $80, $90, $100. It doesn't. It fluctuates around there. And actually, I think it's inexpensive for the benefits it does, and it's so simple. I really do think that, Melissa.
And it's relaxing.
Is it? Yes, it is relaxing. I actually had a few experiences myself because I do take very good care of myself. I am very concerned about health.
And you can see that through your beautiful skin.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So do you. And, but it's the responsibility that we've taken, Melissa. And I think everybody can take responsibility over their bodies. Who is the most important person? You who are watching this TV show. You are the most important person, and you can take control of your health and do simple things like drinking the water, eating raw food, eating the vegetables, eating fruit.
Organic.
There we go. Organic is very important. Tell us why is organic so important, Melissa?
In organic foods, you don't have the pesticides that they spray.
Correct.
And pesticides are poison.
Correct.
And it poisons and makes your body toxic.
Correct.
Also, if you're going to eat meat, because there's a lot of people that aren't going to go all raw. So if you're going to eat meat, you need to eat organic meat because it doesn't have the growth hormones in it. Growth hormones, like with the Atkins diet, you're eating meat, but they're not telling you to eat organic meat.
Correct.
The growth hormones will actually make you fatter and bigger.
Correct.
Also, it has antibiotics in it.
Correct.
The more antibiotics that we take, if we get something in life that we really need antibiotics for, we're going to have to get a stronger antibiotic.
Correct. I've seen that situation, Melissa, before when people are a little bit overweight and they say, well, why is it that I don't lose weight when I am eating right, I am drinking plenty of water, I am eating vegetables and fruits? And one of the reasons that I find why this is happening is what you just said. People are consuming a lot of hormones through their meats. When they're consuming a lot of chicken and beef and so on, they're consuming this amount of hormones that are keeping them big. So,
well, a lot of people think that because they're eating a lot of vegetables that it's okay because they're eating cooked vegetables. When you eat organic raw vegetables, those have enzymes in them.
Correct.
Enzymes go into your body and they break up the stuff that's supposed to be in there. When you cook vegetables, it takes a lot of nutrients out of it and it kills the enzymes.
Absolutely.
Anything over 105 degrees is killing the enzymes. The enzymes are what you need to keep you alive and keep you...
Correct. Absolutely. I call it, Melissa, I call it dead food. And
it is dead food.
It's dead food. There's nothing in it.
It's like eating cardboard.
Yes, absolutely, with some flavor in it.
Yeah.
And I understand that, by eating like raw food, you're eating live food for live people, like me. So I've taken that responsibility personally, and it's so true what you're saying. And I think your example of like eating cardboard with maybe just some flavor in it is the equivalent of eating foods that are cooked, vegetables that are cooked, or maybe I also seen, Melissa, like canned fruit is being processed. It doesn't have the same nutrients.
If you can't read the ingredients of what you're eating, then you don't need to eat it.
Correct. I found out one time I was having some tomato, for the pasta, and I'm trying to read all the ingredients, and there's such a list of ingredients. I said, "Where's the tomato?
Yeah.
Where's it? I want to know where the tomato is."
Yeah.
So I think yes, we are consuming a lot of food that is poisoning and that is not good for our body, and sometimes it's because we don't know. And now we need to start educating ourselves and learning how to give nutrition to our body and understand that there's two things that poison our body, toxicity and malnutrition. And we can start with both at the same time, but start by cleaning.
You have to clean the toxins out.
A colonic is just the most wonderful gift anybody can give themselves. I think everybody deserves to give themselves a try.
I think it would be nice if we all had colonic machines in our home.
Well, that's not a bad idea. I should get me a colonic machine in my home. That's not a bad idea, but I absolutely think that. I do encourage everybody that is sharing our show and are letting us to come to their home and their hearts through this show and to take the responsibility of their health.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter what religion you are, a colonic is wonderful for anybody. Doesn't matter what age. I've heard children also have colonics.
I give my son colonics since he was 4.
Okay, that is wonderful.
And he's 11 now.
That is wonderful.
And my daughter, she's pregnant, and don't everybody go out and get colonics. She's my daughter, and I'm letting her use my equipment. But she's in her 2nd trimester, and she does colonics, and it makes you feel a lot better.
Correct. That's wonderful. I think
Another thing about colonics, let me tell you, if you have an abscess tooth, which my daughter does right now, and she can't go to the doctor, the dentist, because obvious reasons, she can't put any medication in her body.
Correct.
She went the other day, she had an abscess, and she did 2 colonics in a row, and it stopped hurting. Because if the poison in your body has a way out of your body, it will come out.
Correct. So basically saying, even though if somebody was pregnant, it's safe. That's how safe it is to some point.
I wouldn't take a pregnant lady.
Okay.
Okay, she's my daughter, and I'm responsible, but...
Okay, so
Yeah.
somebody should talk to their therapist and consult and get informed. That's
It's
wonderful.
a liability.
Correct.
So I'm taking that liability myself because she's my daughter. But yes, she does cleanse.
Well,
And
thank
with
you,
her
Melissa.
first daughter, she cleansed as well.
Thank you, Melissa, for coming into our show.
Thank you for having me.
It's wonderful information. I encourage everybody to find out, to get informed, to get into Melissa's webpage, find out the information that you do, and try it. If you don't like it, if it did not work for you, that's great. At least you know what it is. But just try it and give yourselves a shot. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for letting us come into your hearts through this show. God bless you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.